Thank you for choosing Tap&Go Flooring. Tap&Go has been widely used in laminate flooring, PVC floating flooring, solid strand woven bamboo flooring, solid bamboo flooring, engineer and hardwood flooring. As each flooring manufacturer has his own specific installation instructions, you need to know the manufacturer and product name before you proceed installation. Otherwise, you risk voiding the warranty of the floor. Read and follow the manufacturer's instructions, and you will end up with a quality floor that will last for years. Tap&Go flooring structure. This is the up hook, and this is the low hook. There are two choices for Tap&Go flooring structure. Choice 1. 4-size locking. This is the long side up hook, and this is the short side up hook. This is the long side low hook, and this is the short side low hook. 4 sides are in the same structure. Choice 2. Drop lock on the short side. This is drop lock for low hook. This is drop lock for up hook. Short sides are different from the long sides. Choice 2 doesn't need tapping on short sides. This structure is provided for more option to the customer, especially the DIY home users who has less experience of installation. The combination of the drop lock short side with original Tap&Go long side remains perfect locking effect but less work. Please make sure which structure your floors belong to before the installation. Tap&Go installation. Preparation. Before we start, we should prepare enough tools and accessory: molding, underlayment, rubber mallet, measuring tape, chopping saw, adhesive tape, spade, etc. Glue, tapping block, and pulling bar are not required. Acclimation. Before installation, put the flooring in the room for 48 to 72 hours to acclimate to the room temperature and humidity. 5% wastage of the flooring is a general requirement for a regular room. All flooring gets expansion or contraction based on room temperatures and humidity levels. The floor must be able to expand in all directions, as the humidity of the room can vary due to differences between seasons. The greater the surface area, the greater the room for expansion required. To facilitate this, an expansion gap 8 mm to 10 mm is provided at walls. Job site inspection. We should make inspection of the room before installation. Firstly, the concrete floor needs to be smooth, clean, thoroughly dry, and no possibility of leaking water. And the uneven difference should be less than 2 mm. If not, use the spade to make it smooth when it goes up, or use cement to make it level if it goes in. If you are ready to install new floor upon an existing wood floors, the moisture difference should be less than 4%. And keep the creeping space under the wood floor be sufficiently ventilated. Any loose parts must be nailed down, and if necessary, a leveling underfloor must be installed. The door or door frame and the floor should have an approximate height difference about 5 mm. Underlayment layout. Put the underlayment on the concrete floor. Make sure the plastic facing the concrete floor and the foam up. Also, please put the second piece of the underlay to the plastic area of the first piece. Then tape the underlayment very well and confirm that they are with the same height. 3 mm thick underlay is recommended. Start installing the floor on one corner, from left to right, or from the middle of the area. Always remember that the easiest way of installing the Tap&Go floor is positioning the up hook into the low hook. To realize this, please always have the low hook edges in front of you during installation. In these installation instructions, we will begin with installing Tap&Go floor in the left-hand corner. Firstly, Take 4 tap-and-go panels and place them ready in the corner where you want to begin installation. In order to facilitate a stagger effect of end joints row to row, the first row should be started within a full plank, the second row with a 2/3 plank, and the third row with a 1/3 plank. The smallest piece should never be less than 200 mm long, and the width should never be less than 2 inches. First, saw through panel 2 so that you have a piece 2/3 plank long. Then, place your feet on panel 1 and position the up hook of panel 2 into the low hook of panel 1. After positioning, you should see there is a gap along the joint area. When use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area, the panels will then lock into place together. If panel 2 does not stay flat, or if the joint is not perfectly tight, this is a sign that the joint has not been fully made. If this is the case, please either lift up panel 2 and redo as above, or give some more tapping along the up hook joint area until they lock together. Now install the panel 3. Position the short side up hook of panel 3 into the short side low hook of panel 1 and tap the up hook joint area as stated. Make sure that panels 1 and 3 are perfectly aligned to each other. Next, place both feet on panels 1 and 3. Now position the long side up hook of panel 4 into the long side low hook of panel 1 and 3, with the short side up hook of panel 4 parallel to the short side low hook of panel 2, and then pressing down. Then begin tapping the up hook joint area on the long edge of panel 4 from far side to the near side, along and after the long edges of panel 4 and 3, clicking together. Start tapping the up hook joint area on the short edge of panel 4 from far end to near end, until the short edges of panel 4 and 2 clicking together. Now you have joined the first 4 panels and have got used to the technique. Then use the same technique and finish the first 4 rows. Now push the whole unit against the wall and fill in the expansion joint, 8 to 10 mm, with spacer blocks. From the 5th row on, finish off each row at a time, each time joining the panel along its long edge, then along its short edge, and each time tapping as instructed above. You can use the leftover pieces that you have at the end of each row as the beginning panels of the next row. That way you should make the best possible use of each panel. After installing your floor, you can immediately walk on it and begin the finishing process, such as remove all spacer blocks, fix moldings, etc. Remember, if what you have got is tap-and-go drop locking flooring, then you only need to tap the long side up hook. No tapping for short end connection. Converse installation. Usually, we do not recommend you install tap-and-go floor conversely. However, sometimes, if you need, please do as following. First, converse panel. In case converse installation, please start from right to left. Place your feet on the row where you need converse installation. Position the long side low hook of the first converse panel into the long side up hook of the previous row panel. After positioning, you should see there is gap along the joint area. Then use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area. The panels will lock into place together. Second converse panel. Position the low hook on the long edge of the second converse panel onto the up hook on the long edge of the previous row panel and the up hook on the short edge, parallel to the low hook on the short edge of the first converse panel. Then use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area along the long edges first, and then the short edges until they click in together. Repeat the second panel installation until the conversely installed panels are finished.